A Fox News alert now. In less than an hour, President Biden is set to address the nation after two collapsed banks come into the headlines. And taxpayers want to know if we're going to be on the hook for another bailout some way, shape, or form. GOP Senator John Cornyn sits on the Senate Finance Committee and joins us now. Senator, I'm sure you know about what's going on with these two regional banks. We know that they're belly up, and a lot of people are nervous today. What do you think the president's going to say?
Well, I hope the president can calm the waters. There's no reason for people to panic. The federal deposit insurance will protect people whose deposits are $250,000 and less. And my understanding is this bank was making longer-term investments and wasn't ready for the spike in interest rates caused by the Fed raising discount rate. But hopefully there'll be a smooth transition to a new bank who will protect all depositors without the taxpayers being on the hook.
Yeah, I mean, you're the expert, but I mean, and these guys run banks, but did they not know rates were going up? It's been the most telegraphed thing in finance.
Well, it may have been malpractice on their part, and if some of the rumors about people getting paid bonuses or other irregular activity before this happened, with potentially the depositors and maybe even at some point the taxpayers being on the hook, that's risky business that we ought to be discouraging. So I hope the regulators will weigh in and investigate and decide exactly what happened and explain that to us.
All right, so while we look at New York Signature Bank and we take a look at SVP and the president's going to address it, we could not help but see what happened at the border in El Paso. In a coordinated surge at the border, about 1,000 illegal immigrants surged in our border. Thank goodness they were somewhat prepared for it. I guess they might have had social media heads up. But when you see video like this, even though you're used to the collapse of the border, what are your first thoughts, Senator?
Well, this is exactly what President Biden's open border policies are inviting. And as the Attorney General, Merrick Garland, acknowledged, this is part of a plan of the cartels, the transnational criminal organizations that get rich from human smuggling, because they overwhelm the border and Border Patrol, and then here come the drugs that took 108,000 American lives last year alone. So this is part of the plan, and President Biden is not prepared, and unfortunately, he insists on not working with Congress to solve this problem. I'm ready, willing, and able to work with him, but he seems like he wants to go it alone, and so far it's not working.
Yeah, but so far you do have a plan, and you say you want to announce a resolution today. Do you want to expand on that for our viewers?
Well, I think you know, part of the president's policies are attracting more and more illegal immigration, what the Border Patrol calls pull factors. In other words, the perception that there are no consequences associated with coming here outside of legal immigration channels. So once again, I think the president will try to go it alone. We're going to introduce a Congressional Review Act, which is a way Congress can overrule that administrative rule, because I believe it will do nothing but make things worse and not better.
Right. You have a Senator Menendez who feels the exact inverse of Senator Cornyn. He's saying that I want to make sure that Nicaraguans, Venezuelans, and Cubans in terrible governments, they have a chance to seek asylum here, and kind of threatening the president over the weekend. Where does that come from?
Well, it's certainly, I don't understand that point of view. I represent a border state, but as many of my colleagues have said, we are all border states now, given the proliferation of people coming across the border and the drugs, and it's spread to all four corners of our country. So I don't understand those who say, no, we want more of this. We need to have orderly, humane, and legal immigration. And we need to stop these drugs coming across the border. And what we're doing now does not work.
I hear you. Senator Cornyn, best of luck with the Finance Committee and with your resolution.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.